All right, let's talk Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. So I've said that Trey Lance should start week 1, and I remain very firm in that. The reason for not starting Trey Lance, from everything I've heard, is that he's not ready and that you're throwing in the towel on winning this season the moment that Trey plays. Okay, well, I'm looking at a 49er team right now that is 6-6 and has a very slim chance of winning the Super Bowl. All right? And then I look at a rookie in Trey Lance who I think it would stand to reason that had he played since week 1 that he would be a much more polished player 12 weeks into the season than what he would have been weeks 1 through 3, let's say. I mean, we're seeing it from the other rookie quarterbacks. I think that it would be fair to say that Trey would be the same way. So with that being said, Trey Lance also can run the ball. Well, the 49ers are a run-first team. So playing a quarterback that can run the ball stands to reason that he would help them do what they do best. I think it's fair to say that if Trey Lance had played all season, that they would probably be 6-6 as well, at the very least. In fact, here's some stats for you. The 49ers are 4-0 when they run the ball 30-plus times in a game. They are 1-4 when they pass the ball 30-plus times in a game. So that's argument number 1 as to why Trey should have played this whole year, because this year the team would be just as good with him playing than with him not playing. It's not like they're setting the league on fire with Jimmy Garoppolo, who, by the way, in the 5 games that he's played against teams that are either division rivals and or playoff bound, he's had 9 turnovers of his 11 on the season. So it's not like Jimmy's really helping this team win right now. So for this season, they would be fine with Trey. But really, the whole thing with Trey, by the way, is the future. They have a 4-year window where Trey is going to be very inexpensive. If you play him this year, then that means they've got 3 years left of him trying to lead this team to a Super Bowl and being better for playing this year. If you don't play him this year, that 3-year window now becomes a 2-year window because you're not playing him until year 2, which is basically a developmental season. And then in year 3 and year 4 is when you can make your run. So you're cutting that window down by not playing him. And that is the bigger argument as to why Trey should have played. The other thing is this. It wouldn't have looked the same if Trey played. I get that. I'm not expecting him to come in and just light the world on fire and make all these incredible throws all over the field. That's not what it is. If he had played this season, he would have struggled. But the team is struggling. And through his struggles, he still could help move the ball because he can run. The 49ers wouldn't have been worse off. And in fact, I would argue that the 49ers would have been better off at this point heading into the playoffs because Trey would be developing so much each week with his athleticism and everything else he brings to the table. You would actually feel pretty good about going into the playoffs with him. I know I don't feel good about going into the playoffs with Jimmy G. He doesn't do anything that gets me excited and makes me think that this team can win a road playoff game. So that's the reason that Trey should have played from week 1. For everybody who always wants to know why I'm so firm in that thought, that's your reason. Hope that answers the questions.